Alexa, volume down. What's going on, guys? This is the Wisdom Matrix, and this video is about this video is about how it's going to try and explain to you how the law of attraction works, and because there's a lot of misinformation floating around about how it works, and I kind of got this later on after my original. I don't want to call it original because there was awakenings before that, but my main awakening about how your ego thinks that that how you think you are, the thoughts and the thought essences, but you're not actually these things. And it came a little bit after that when I was like a couple days later. And basically, what the law of attraction is, and essence, basically. Well, before I get started with that, the reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of people have this mistaken notion that the law of attraction is basically where you think about something, and because of because you're thinking about it, I don't know, they think it's being drawn to you, which is kind of true, but it's kind of misleading because what's actually happening is when you're thinking about this thing or imagining this thing, what's actually happening is your awareness. Basically, your what you are, what we all are, is consciousness, or being, or awareness. And what happens, and what's happening when you're attracting something by and imagining it, or feeling emotion over it, or whatever, before it happens or whatever. What's actually happening is that your awareness is becoming aware of this thing, because your awareness can move in pretty much any direction it wants to. By the way, your awareness isn't just something that happens in the universe. It's like it's everything, pretty much. And so when you think about something, your awareness thinks. Your awareness is aware of that, thinking about it. And this is why they say belief is important, because if you don't believe, your awareness is going to be stuck in the same place, which is why it's important to detach from your beliefs. Because if you don't, you're going to have, you're going to be stuck. You're not going to be able to attract anything, because you're going to be so stuck in your own beliefs. A lot of stage orange and blue people have this problem. Some stage green to some extent too, but that's their problem is a little different. I might make a video about that later. But anyways, basically what's happened is that your awareness moved to a different level or different area of awareness. This is how miracles happen. This is how pretty much anything happens. It doesn't happen because you're thinking about it. It happens because you're aware of the thoughts, and then the awareness has, it moves to that area by that emotion. It's not because your thoughts are like laser beams focusing outwards and magnetizing things toward you. It's more like your awareness is moving towards those things automatically after you're thinking about it, if you have the belief or whatever. And the reason why this is important to understand is because if you know this, it becomes easier to attract things, because you understand that it's not so complicated. It's not some super ridiculously difficult thing. Like you have to magnetize things with your thoughts. You can do it with your emotions. what I call thought motions. And basically, that is your thoughts entangled with emotions. And the reason why emotions are important is because, I don't know, they work more from the level of awareness. Like thoughts can too, and they do, but emotions are a little more powerful. Because the thing about using thought to attract something is that it's a very slow process to move from one level of awareness or one area of awareness to another. By the way, using the words area isn't really accurate, but it's the best way you can understand it in a way that you can. But yeah, this is why using thoughts is so slow, because you're trying to imagine something instead of actually trying to feel like that thing is here. This is why I'm gonna make a video about this later, but why feeling like something is here is more important. You can imagine that too. You can imagine you're feeling something, like certainty that something is coming, or that everything's gonna be fine, or whatever. And the reason why that works a little better because you're actually like working more with feelings. So imagine, certainty that something's going to happen, and then don't focus too much on the imagination part. Just get the imagination thing when you feel the feeling of certainty, and you'll know it when you feel it. It's like a knowing type of thing, without any thoughts or anything. But when you feel it, it doesn't take very long, like a second or two. Just feel that feeling. Get rid of the imagination, because the imagination is the slowest way of attracting anything. Gratitude's a way of attracting, more of this stuff or whatever too, and love. But anyways, I just wanted to make this video because you'll understand it more, and I find that your mind to be able to rationalize it a little better. It's not something that's really thought of, or it's not really something that is really explained very well, because they don't really understand it either. Honestly, well, some people do, but mostly they think it's something to do with thoughts and emotions, but it's mostly has to do with awareness. I mean, the thoughts and the emotions are important, but you could actually get there by just pure awareness, but that may take some time. It may never happen. Who knows? That's why emotion is more important than thought in this process. Anyways, this is the Wisdom Matrix, and I'll see you on the next video.